Hey, you know what? Honestly, can I snap off for a minute? Yeah. You know, like you see a girl, right? And you're like, oh, that girl's a 9, that girl's a 10, that girl's an 8, that girl's a 4. Come on, man. Step your fucking game up. How about that? Look, first of all, my first thing, okay, when you be telling me, oh, yeah, that's a 10. Yeah, I'm only fucking 10s. Yeah, B. Okay, well, what are you, son? What are you, son? What are you? Really, honestly, I'm asking. Really, tell me. Check yourself. Because you're not a 10. Odds are you're not a fucking 10. Because if everybody was a 10, then Vince LaSalle would not be so special. What, he? And I've been trying to fix my hair. Bro, I just went from like an 8 to like an 8.2. You did. I'm just fucking around though. Well, obviously a million. And it's like, it doesn't make sense, man. It just doesn't make sense. Where do these numbers fucking come from? I've always hated it. Like, for me, it's a different story if you're like, oh, that girl's a dime, B, that girl's a dime, B. Because it's like, you're not like ever like, that girl's a nickel cent, that girl's a nickel cent. Like, there are girls whose name is Penny and they're really hot. So that whole metaphor does not make any fucking sense. You want to tell me like, oh, that girl's Penny. Okay, well, me, I only really get 7.5s in hindsight. Only 7.5s in hindsight. So what the fucking, what's 7.5 then? It doesn't make sense, yo. It doesn't make sense because why are you with girls that are like 2.5 points too shitty for you or some shit? Like, would you wear shoes? Like, I'm a 13, but you know, I rock them 10 sometimes. You know what I do. You know, it's all good sometimes. You know, I go to the Nike store. They don't got the joints I need. Like, no, not how it works. If you eat food, you're like, oh, I'm not really, you know, I'm not that full, but you know, I'm good. I got that 7.5. You're like, yo, there's like a plate with more food over, like, right over there on the other end of the buffet line. You know what I mean? I'll explain that. It's like you go to a club, you're like, oh no man, this girl's cool, she's only 7.5, it's all good baby, I'll stick to that level. And it's like, bro, there's a 10 over there, what's wrong, son? Why would you go for 7.5 before you go for a 10? And then turn around, and tell me like, oh yeah, man, I like 10s, dog, I like 10s, that girl's a 10 over there. You know who I never seen with a 10? A guy that's like, yo man, I like 10s, dog, I like 10s, dog, I like 7.5s and shit. The fuck? You know? Hey, you talk to girls that way too, fam? You be like, oh, you know, baby, I love you because you're 10, you know. Fuck that girl, Cindy. She's only 8.5 and shit. So, you know, fuck that bitch, man. I mean, you know, you ever fall off, I'll be on that ass quick. But, you know, you keep doing that. You keep going to the gym. Keep doing it. Like, do people not really realize? Like, it kind of... Here's why I didn't know. Again, here's like... Okay. Like girls that are like 10s, they try really hard. And I'm not saying like, oh, they try really hard, fuck those girls. I'm saying they try really hard. They go to the gym, they like get rich guys to buy them nice purses, or they work really hard and buy themselves nice clothes and shit. And again, I'm not denigrating girls that be getting like help from rich guys. Help. But if I can get like some rich chick to buy me a bunch of Nikes and some, you know, I don't even know what if I can get a rich chick to like buy me some like hats or like whatever, that would be cool as hell, right? Right? If I was like, yo, show up like, yo man, I was with this girl, and then we went and she bought me like a chain and shit, or like she showed up in my crib with a chain and shit. I mean, I don't have that because I don't really roll like that, but if my homie were to show up like that, I would not disrespect her for you. Man, you're a bitch. What you talking about? Was she 10 at least? Come on, son. These girls are making an effort. So, like, when you say, like, oh, that girl's 10, that girl's only 7.5, really what you're doing is you're pissing off the girl who's 10, because by that reasoning, she's not only 2.5 levels higher than the girl that goes to McDonald's every day and eats McDonald's every day and like doesn't give a fuck. Because that girl who tries so hard, she goes to the gym and all that shit, and she's still going to college and all that shit. I respect her so much. So you're like, oh yeah, she's a 10. Then I only like 10s. How about you find out why she's a 10, son? How about you ask her a question or two about herself, like, what kind of person are you? Because a lot of those 10s, they suck. They probably suck real good, but they also fucking suck, and I hate that. Double entendre, but it's a piss off. Because a lot of people are fucking boring. I don't like boring people. I don't like boring people, and I don't like boring people. I just like to bore into people that are 10. You see what I mean? Like bore as in like release the boar worms. And the thing is, when I say like release the boar worms, some people will fucking get that, and some people will be like, "What? The boar worms? This is boring," and they bounce, right? And I respect that, because if it's boring to you, then don't fucking do it. If Lauren's not that hot, then don't fucking do it. If Lauren doesn't know shit about like Star Wars and shit, I might be like, all right, well, you know, what do you know? What do you think of the Heat? How do you feel about this lockout, baby? What do you know about Kasparov, man? Or can you like make me laugh and smile, giggle, make me chuckle, make me yeah. Put a number on that shit, and it's like, what the fuck is the value at that point? What is a 10? What is a 9? What's the difference between 9 and a 10? Do you know? I don't. I really don't. I just know there's a hot girl, there's another hot girl. One of those girls seems more attractive. Like, I read like this book, like something about like Darwin or like nature, or like something, and basically, if a girl's really pretty, it's lucky. If a girl's really smart, it's lucky. Like on a huge level. Like a lot of that is luck. You know, in a certain way, you get born, you're like, yes, I'm rich, motherfucker. Now I'm gonna go to school comfortably, not be hungry when I go to school, so I eat a lot, I learn a lot, right? That girl's gonna be smarter, technically. That's probably. Like, if that girl can afford all that makeup, like, when you walk up to these girls, you call a 10, and you do this, what'll happen? Odds are that shit is nasty. Bro, you don't know about makeup, son. Guys don't know about makeup. Guys don't know what girls do to be attractive. So, for me, when you want to go 10, like, are there 1s? Are there 2s? Have you ever seen a girl like, nah, that girl's only like a 2, man. I ain't really touching that. Because then what's the difference between a 2 and a 1? Is a 1 like the most repulsive woman, like, she's ugly, she's overweight, she's like, she keeps beating people up, and she's pregnant, so I really can't even touch that regardless. And she has like AIDS. Man, because the girl was like, say I meet a girl and it's Halloween and she's really pretty and she has wings, does that make her an 11? Like, is she an angel at that point? Like, let's say I get like Ellen DeGeneres and like Mila Kunis together in one place, and like, does that technically mean that Ellen DeGeneres is like a 3,000? You see what I mean? That's not like, if I got them both in one place, it's over, son. That's just to be like, man, the fucking rating scale is stupid. Really, if you want to be that, like, what's the word? Like, systematic. That's not really the right word. Anyway, if you want to be that way, how about you just do it like this? 1 or 2. My homie Jeff said that to me once. It's 1 or 2. Either I will sleep with her or I won't. Or 1, 2, 3. Either I will, I'm not sure, or I won't. Does that at least make sense? It's personal for you. Because if I walked up, you know what's embarrassing? When you're like, yo, man, that girl's a 10, son. That girl's a 10, son. And I've said this before, so I'm not just like being a jerk. If that girl's a 10, son, somebody else is like, where? Where you get that from? Who even wears Fila's anymore, bro? That's the kind of thing. And you never know. Be a fucking man and make your own decisions instead of like, that girl's a 10, that girl's a 9. Like, don't you remember that episode of Recess? Don't you remember that episode of Recess where they're like, fuck this, man? Because let's say that girl that you said was only an 8, wasn't really that dressed up, or she's like sick or something, you're like, oh no, fuck that bitch, man, I only like 10, son. Then you go out, and then she's like dressed up, and she's looking all makeup, and instead of like the pants that she fucking wears at work, because she just got off of work, or like something like that, she's in like the nice pants, but her butt is just looking like, what you gonna do then, son? Because now you've been an asshole. Now you're stupid. Now you've been like, nah, fuck that bitch. Anyway, shout out to all the like 6s. Go to the gym, baby. Think about me while you do it. Buy some new makeup. You know what I'm saying? Get those pants or some shit. I don't really know. I'm not gonna act like I know. LOL. Come on, man. I think people need to open up their mind a little bit to that shit. How about you like go through the list? Fuck a 1, fuck a 2, fuck a 3, fuck a 4, fuck a 5, fuck a 6. Could you, loser? Could you? Because if you couldn't, then you should stop fucking talking about 10s and get down to like the girls you can get. Because once you do that, you're going to be happier. Because then you're going to start realizing it's not even so much about just a physical attribute as like what the fuck comes out of her mouth. Does she spit or swallow, son? Does that matter to you? I mean, yeah, that's really my whole thing. That's all I.